So I would like to pass on the floor to Karima from Morocco. And you have a project called Tamkeen, which is also bringing people together. So the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Lenny. I'm delighted to be here with you all. And I'll just start by saying, Concango, I find it so healing to listen to you. I could do that all day. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. I will maybe start by going to the word Tamkeen and start from there. Tamkeen came back as through its translation to Morocco, very much understood as being empowerment. Empowerment is profoundly dualistic, is based on power. Power is either have more, you have less, I have more. So we're kind of talking like this. In Arabic, every word has a root, usually mostly a three-letter verb. And if we go to the root of Tamkeen, we find makana. And if you look at what does makana mean, it is defined as being the root of Tamkeen. So it kind of takes us back. And if we look at what is the semantic field that is suffused but with that root, we find the word imkan, which is potential. We find the word mumkin, which is possible, imkania, possibility. We also find makan, makin. And the makan, makin is a safe place, the nourishing place. The womb of the mother is referred as being the makan, makin. So to understand Tamkeen, we need to go to the semantic field, to this semantic field of Tamkeen, or at least this is how we understand it. And this is what the Tamkeen approach, the Tamkeen mirror, the Tamkeen process, the Tamkeen experience is talking about, is vibrating with in this flow field, co-creating that makan makin, the safe and nourishing place. When the mother creates the conditions for life and love to be, but the mother is transformed by that life and that love. So let's go back to life. What are the contexts that human beings have expertly developed for the unfolding of their lives? And when I say human beings, let's not generalize. It's not everywhere. It's in the mainstream. And what is the current, the strong current right now that is taking us? When we look at them, they are very much dehumanizing. The schools, the organizations, the society as a whole, the wars, yet all this expertise and with a strong feeling from this experience of Tamkeen for the last 12 years is that we have failed. We had failed to dehumanize. We really need very, very little, in an extraordinary way, very little to be able to come back to who we are, as Concango said, to feel this deep connection, if we allow ourselves to do that. So how can we learn to allow ourselves to express our humanness, to express our humanity that defines us and connects us to each other, to a natural world, beyond a conscious grasp. It connects us to the whole beyond a conscious grasp. So I will share with you what we have heard, the melody of this experience. In 2019, I was in this neighborhood with whom we have developed, grown a beautiful partnership. It took time. It took time for trust to grow. And in that neighborhood, this young man told me, we were sitting in the cafe and with friends, and we were talking about violence in the neighborhood. And as we were talking about it, we were saying, but why are we talking about that this way? Our expectation before was for violence to be every week, even every day. but we're talking about it differently right now. And then we realized that for over almost 2 years, we haven't had violence. And then we asked, but what happened in our neighborhood? And then we said the houses are the same, the streets are the same, the people are the same. Nothing has changed, yet everything has changed. Nothing has changed, yet everything has changed. He said that before we used to come together to fight the next door neighborhoods, gunfights. We used to define the objective, the strategy, look for the resources, share the tasks. Violence used to bring us together. Today, love brings us together. And we realize that all these community initiatives that we have co-created are only but a reason to remain together. What deeply moved me is that when he said, violence used to bring us together. Today, love brings us together. But with the realization that violence was there, but love was there also. The first time we went to the community, we went to meet them because they had community initiatives in the outskirts of Tangier. We didn't go to meet this community, neighborhood community. Heizwitina, it means the olive tree neighborhood, because they were lacking something, because it was missing something, but because there was something. And we just asked the question, you elders, tell us that you have community initiatives. And this talks to us about a story of community belonging, community feeling, community responsibility. Temkeen is a community foundation. We are born from that. We would like to know you. And this is how the story started. But as this relationship evolved, other communities started to come. The university came and told us, we've heard about this process, community. We have teachers, and our teachers, we're training them, and they are sent to different communities and the mountain areas and the rural areas, and they struggle, they really struggle to connect with the communities. Could you train them? I say, but Temkeen, we do not train. It's not about training. But we can co-create together and experience together. Then the regional academy, the governance body for the education system, came to us. And schools started to come to us. And the high faculty students started to come. And all came with their questions, with different questions. And we stayed there with those questions. And those questions met other questions. And the questions started to evolve. But they started to evolve, reflecting and manifesting how our gaze started to change, because our relationships started to change, deep human relationships. This is when a teacher, a director of a school, told us with Temkeen, we were able to find a chemical formula for something that is magical. We have humanized our school. Today, the language of humanizing school is a language that is spreading, that is diffusing, that is vibrating in all its glorious melody in the education system in Morocco. A young man told me, I lived a lot of injustice, a lot of suffering. I came to Temkeen and I find compassion, and now I'm going to leave and I will find compassion. He made us understand the very understanding of compassion. He found the compassion in his heart. Wherever he goes, you'll find compassion. this member of the education system said, we tried everything in terms of reform. We brought the experts, we brought the funding, we invested so much, yet we still struggle in our education system. We tried everything but to trust in our human potential. But isn't it beautiful to think that to trust in our human potential maybe is about to trust in our humanity that defines us and connects us. So maybe I would just say that when a school comes and they tell us, we have so many struggles, so many problems, and you have all the team around in a circle, and you just ask this question, where is the light? Where is the beauty? What would happen if we look at the school as a garden? And who are the gardeners? Then suddenly, everyone started talking about that school in a different way. And at that moment, everything has changed and nothing has changed. So if we realize the beauty that is in ourselves, in our communities, in our society, we realize it.